Hey there friends, what's going on? It's Kodiak here, back for another Assassin's Creed Valhalla video, and yes, the river raids are a week away. Big new information about the game that we've all been waiting for, a brand new content update. Some may say the biggest content update since the game launched. We had the Yule Festival, wasn't that great, wasn't that fulfilling, but the river raids is supposed to be the first major piece of content since launch. Now, just a quick reminder, the River Raids is a new game mode coming to Assassin's Creed Valhalla that includes 3 replayable maps with new runes, new books of knowledge, new gear, and of course, back at the settlement, we get a new building, the Jomsviking Hall. This is going to allow us to recruit other Jomsvikings from around the internet, kind of how the system works in the game now, but a little bit more robust. We still don't know the specific details about that, but we do know it's something that Ubisoft has been working on since before launch of the game. Now, the real reason we know that this patch is coming is because a Twitter feed PlayStation game size reveals that a brand new patch has been added to the database for the PS5 that takes the total game size of Assassin's Creed Valhalla to 67.17 gigs. Big patch, and that's a big jump from the previous 1.1.1 update, which was 58.348. So we're getting nearly 10 new gigabytes of information going into the PS5 version of the game. Now that really is the headline, guys. Last time these updates came out, the patch was shortly following that, just a few days later. So we are on the cusp of the first big content update for the game. And if you're not ready for the river raids, don't worry, we've got you guys covered. We put out a great video, everything you should be doing before the river raids comes out, just so that you can jump in. It's not a requirement that you do these things, but it's a great video that will get you up to speed on all the things you could be doing to get ready. We have no idea if there's going to be level gating, if there's going to be any prerequisites for doing this new replayable content, but I think at the end of the day, what we all hope for is that this content is meaningful. Like I said at the beginning of the video, the Yule Festival was not great. It introduced a ton of bugs into the game, and overall, it was a cool way to get a new set of gear, but at the end of the day, it just wasn't that great. So hopefully, round 2 for Ubisoft and their team is a little bit better. Now, you gotta give credit where credit is due. Huge shout out to Jorraptor, who was the first one to bring this information forward to everybody in the community. But as somebody that also covers Assassin's Creed, I thought it was my due diligence to make sure that I made a video about it as well. For those of you who don't know, I do play on a PC primarily, so I often miss news about PlayStation and Xbox things. But this Twitter feed, PlayStation Game Size, does a really great job of showing you guys when new information gets added to the database, which is an indicator that something else is going to happen. That's really the telltale sign here. They put an entry into the database, and what's going to happen next? Well, of course, a patch or an update is going to come out for the game. Now, I don't want to belabor the point. There's no reason to make this a 10-minute video, but I do want to talk about some expectations going into the river raid. This is a small free content update, and although it's 10 gigabytes, don't expect this to be anywhere near the size of a DLC or an expansion. This is just free content that they're adding into the game for everybody that enjoys Assassin's Creed Valhalla to experience. Now, of course, this is one of 4 free updates planned throughout the year, and of course, Assassin's Creed Valhalla is getting supported all through 2021. There's a lot of speculation that the last DLC, The Siege of Paris, is going to jumpstart us into the next Assassin's Creed game, wherever that may take us. And with Ubisoft's model switching more and more to a monetization, free-to-play scheme, there is no telling what other additions are coming to the game with this content update. It could just be the river raids, that could be it, or there could be more gear sets that we can uncover. A lot of question marks still about this update. We know this is called the river raids, we know it's replayable content, but how meaningful and how deep that content is, well, that remains to be seen. You guys know that I'll be covering all of that, the river raid gameplay, the new items, the new books of knowledge, all that good stuff in future content. So if you do like our Assassin's Creed videos, please consider hitting that like and of course, subscribing to the channel. We've got a lot more planned. We'd love to have you along. My name is Kodiak, and from everyone here at Legacy Gaming, thanks for watching, and play on.